Next part is to find out what amount of error is present in a instrument. Okay, in vernier we didn't say that there was an error, but there can be an error present in this micrometer screw gauge. Now why? See, since it is a screw, if we can just move it little bit up and down, okay, up, say we can move it little bit. If I hold it this way, I can move it up and down, okay. So that is nothing but a backslash error, okay, and that can cause errors in the reading. So to find out what is the amount of error present in this particular instrument, what we do is we join these two jaws, that is the movable jaw and a fixed jaw, okay. We are not going to tight it, we are just going to make sure that they are going to touch each other, okay. And then we are going to see this mean scale, okay. Here you can see the 0 in my case is below this reference line, okay. If you can see, this horizontal line is also called as a reference line, and my 0 of circular scale of this is lying below the 0. Sometimes what might happen is that the 0 may go above this reference line, or in some cases the 0 will match with the reference lines. So there are three possibilities. There are three possibilities that the 0 is going to occur. First is the 0, if it is going to match with the axis line or the reference line, then we say that nil zero error, or we say that this error is absent, or there is no error present in this sort of micrometers when the 0 of the circular scale and the axis line match each other, okay. That is called as a nil zero error or no zero error. In the second case, if the 0 of the circular scale lies above this reference line, above the reference line, then that is called as a negative zero error, okay. And you can see that here in bracket it is written correction positive, okay. What is that? We are going to see afterwards. But remember, if the 0 is going to lie above the axis line, that is called as a negative error. In the third case, the 0 is lying below the axis line, hence it is called as a positive zero error, and the correction is negative. So there are three possibilities. First is the 0 is going to match with the axis line, that is called as a no error or nil zero error. The second case is that the 0 is above the axis line, it is going to lie above the axis line, then that is called as a negative zero error. And the third case, where the 0 is lying below the reference line or the axis line, that is called as a positive zero error. Now what is this correction positive and correction negative? In this case there is no correction because they are matching. Since they are matching, no correction is required. You can see in this particular figure that the 0 is lying above the reference line by 5 divisions, okay, by 5 divisions. In this case the 0 is lying below the axis line by 5 divisions, okay. These are the two cases. In the first case, in the negative zero error, where the 0 of the circular scale is lying above the reference line, what we are going to do is that we are going to add this reading. To minimize the error, okay. While in the second case, we are going to deduct this reading from the main reading to avoid the error, okay. How to do that? Okay, in my case, if this is going to be 5 divisions, if it is going to be 5 divisions above the reference line, then I'm going to add. If it is 5 divisions below the reference line, I'm going to subtract. For example, if I have a vernier, which is below, that is the 0 is below the reference line. That is, in my case, if the 0 is going to lie 9 divisions below the reference line, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply this 9 by the least count. Okay, 9 into 0.001. So I will get the answer as 0.009. Okay, since this 0 was lying below, my error is a positive error. Okay, and I'm going to subtract this. Hence, I'm going to subtract minus this reading from the main scale reading. 0 error is a positive error, and the correction is you are going to subtract this value from the main reading. How to do that, we will see in the next video.